Yo, what's up guys? We are back with another video, and today's video is going to be something completely different, and that is one of the things that I'm actually working on. I want to speak with you as if I'm speaking with one of my partners, as if we're going for that morning walk and having that one-on-one conversation. I want you to feel that energy. I want you to feel that law of authenticity. I don't want you to go through the video just, seeing a guy talking to a bill, like let's say a whiteboard, just not reading, but just giving out the knowledge. Because at the end of the day, it's not the knowledge that you're lacking, it's the implementation. So I want you to feel that kind of, law of energy, law of authenticity. I want you to feel the energy that I'm after. Because at the end of the day, man, I really wish someone told me about these 5 things. And not just but told me about it, but give me the awareness behind these things. Because now I've seen how much my life changed once I knew and took that awareness behind these 5 things. Because these are the things that are, at the end of the day, we have 2 versions of ourselves. And I'll be honest with you, there's the version that is, just going through life. And there's the other version that is, stuck deep down, that knows I've got more into me and I've got that fire. But once you want to take that new decision, something that actually scares you, and that's one thing that we're going to speak about over here, you just, go back to the old self. You don't want to do it. And these are the 5 things that we want to make sure that it does not stop you. So before we start, my name is Muhammad Murad, and if you're new to this channel, I mentor CEOs, executives, lawyers, and high-end performers. People that are on the same level of me, people on the same energy, people that are, have that burning desire, people that have that fire inside of them. They want more out of what they're in. Like, it's not about more of life, it's more of who they are. And that's what results in, let's say, on the physical world, which is like, the cars, the watches, the people, the success, everything that they're after, but that's on the physical. But they became who they were from the inside. That's who they are. That is one thing that I actually help my people on, just to level this thing up and make that version of you just get out of your life and just go inside and attack whatever you wanted and achieve the dreams that you want. So I've written over here 5 things that I want you to quit going into 2026. And these are the 5 things that I really wish, as I told you, someone told me about and gave me awareness. And that's one thing that I want to give out over here. So the number 1 thing is fear. The number 1 question that comes into your mind when you want to try something new and when you want to go out of the familiar. Man, what if it does not work? Man, what if it works? Literally, what if it works? What if you put all in everything and believe on yourself, bet on yourself, actually, go all in on yourself? Because at the end of the day, we came to this world and no one can give you the same exact, answer that I knew what I was doing, that I knew these were my results, that I knew, but through persistence, through a lot of failures, through a lot of obstacles, through a lot of no's, through a lot of rejections, through a lot of all of these things, it made him or her the person that they are, and they got that, results. Because at the end of the day, we got a promise from God. God is not gonna give you if you're not ready for it. So you need to become who, you have to become in order to get the success and the results that you're after. So if you're stuck at a certain, let's say, position or a certain ceiling, and you're not getting to that next level, and you're saying that you're working hard and you're putting all of these things, you need to start asking yourself, who should I become? Maybe it's, a better father. Maybe it's a better husband. Maybe it's a better version of yourself. Maybe there are some kind of bad habits that you are doing that no one knows about except yourself, that you need to stop doing, so for you to get to that next level. Because if you want to get to that next level, having the same exact traits that you have, it will just go into disaster, because you can't get these kind of traits with you to the next level. Hope that just crossed and just gave you that certain, awareness of what does that fear mean. And just give you that some sort of, let's say, certainty about who you want to be and what are you after. The second thing that we want to talk about is indecision, letting the outside world control you. See, a lot of times when I hop on the calls, and all of my partners sometimes, and even if people want to actually work with me, Muhammad, I don't know if I want to do it. Man, at the end of the day, the only indecision, or like, let's say, Muhammad, it's too risky, or whatever it is just the mind and the brain saying it is not who we are. And that is one thing that I actually implemented on myself. So once I first, hired my first mentor, it was super risky, because, we went through the high school, university, and then just going through, the regular life. You get to a corporate job, whatever it is, and then you're doing the same exact steps that a lot of people are doing. But once I hired my first mentor, it was like, man, should I do this? Should I not? Should I do this? And I asked myself this one question. Muhammad, you're asking God for a better life. You're asking God for a better version of you. You're asking God for all of these things. And when it came for you to actually take that decision, when I sent someone to actually help you, you're telling me I don't want to do it because you're too afraid to actually invest in yourself. Then what are you expecting me to do? What are you expecting? How are you expecting to get to that next level if you don't want to improve from yourself and you're scared? The only risk that you are going to make is not betting on yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's the only risk that you know the answer for, which is staying in the same exact position and the same exact person. So the next time that you want to actually invest in yourself and you feel that kind of fear that is inside of you, should I do it? Should I not? Man, take that decision and you will thank me later. Because if you win, that is really perfect. And let's say if it turned out whatever it is, at the end of the day, you built a self-trust and you built that decision that I took that decision and I learned from it, and I will never stop learning, even if I get, lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, because at the end of the day, if I keep betting on myself, I will get to that next place and next version of myself, because that's what, it's like by law, literally by law. If I'm going to keep on persisting, getting after what I want, getting to my goals, through all of these obstacles, through a lot of these, roadblocks maybe, at the end, I'm going to win. When is that? When you keep on persisting. The third thing over here is inconsistency. Start and stop cycle. Man, this literally kills a lot of progress, kills a lot of dreams. And that has sometimes happened to a lot of my partners. They are, Muhammad, what should we do next? Muhammad, what is the next thing that I can do? Muhammad, no. It's not about what should you do even more, man. It's not about doing more so you can get more done. It's about perfecting what you have right now. It's like the brain is programmed, what should I do next? Muhammad, it's becoming boring. Muhammad this, Muhammad that. Man, it's not about, what should I do next? It's about perfecting. Have you perfected, let's say, waking up first thing in the morning? Have you perfected being the best version of yourself? Have you perfected that before getting to that next step? Man, that's what I want you to ask yourself before starting something new. Start with what you have. Perfect that. Make sure that each and every single day you show up consistently. Each and every single day you give it your all. Each and every single day you're not distracted with the noise. You're not distracted with what should I do next? What is the most famous thing that I can do? What is the next thing that I should do? Stop chasing after what is nonsense. And you need to start understanding what is noise and what is success. And a lot of times success might feel boring because it's repetitively doing the same exact thing. It's like, you're going to the gym. I go to the gym. I've been going to the gym for the past 11 years. I've been doing the same exact exercises. I'm not gonna just go into the gym and just do a new exercise out of nowhere. The exercises are the same, literally. But it's like the repetition that I'm doing each and every single day that gave me the body that I have. And this applies same thing to business, the same thing to life, same thing to success. You need to keep on doing the same exact thing. And at the end of the day, it's like the right thing. And at the end of the day, you're going to get to that next level. So stop with the start and stop cycle and stop chasing the noise and the distractions. What it should do next. Perfect consistency. Perfect what you have right now so you can get to that next level. It's not about adding more on the table. It's about removing the distraction. That's what we're doing over here. The fourth and the fifth thing is lack of action. Knowledge without action is nothing. That is one of the things that I made sure that coming into 2026, actually it was coming into 2025, that it's not about I will read more books or I will do a lot of things. It's like, the physical. Like we want to do a lot of things so we can feel productive. But it's not about just doing a lot of things or reading and getting all of the knowledge, watching the YouTube videos, listening to this individual. We know all of the knowledge that we want to do. Literally, if I would ask you right now, what is that one thing that is stopping you from getting to that next level? You might have let's say 10 answers for that. And why is that? Because it's not that you're lacking knowledge. It's that you're lacking that, taking that first step, taking that, action. You know what, man, I'm going to bet on myself and hire a mentor. That's going to get me to that next level. I know it might feel risky. I know it might feel scared. I don't know what is it exactly. But I want to take action right now, right here, to decide that this is not going to be my life. I want a better life. And once you have that kind of thing and bet on yourself, you're going to start to understand that knowledge without action is literally nothing. Because it's not about more knowledge, because at the end of the day, you might know it. Like a lot of people that are working on, let's say in the library, they have all the books. They might read all the books, but where are they right now? You might go to speak with them. A lot of people are knowledgeable and they have a lot of knowledge behind it, and a lot of people are successful and knowledgeable. And what is the difference? Is the knowledge guy just gathered a lot of information, did nothing with it, and the other individual gathered the information and put it into action. And that is what I did over here, and that's what I started my YouTube channel. I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna keep on showing each and every single day on Tuesday, literally on Tuesday, each and every single Tuesday, I'm gonna show up no matter what. What are the ideas? I really don't know, but one thing that I know is, like, at the end of the day, it might hit one of you guys, and that's what I wanna do for the rest of my life. Improve you guys and improve myself and take that action instead of just going a lot of knowledge. The fifth thing is self-doubt. Man, this is one of the things that actually hit a lot of people with. Self-doubt. Man, until when? Literally, until when you're not gonna believe in yourself? Literally, until when? When was the last time that you went? It's like, you know what, man, I know that I've got everything that is inside of me, and I'm not gonna wait for reality to change so I can actually believe in who am I. How many times you have quit because of self-doubt? How many times you had all the answers? Literally, you went to a mentor, you hired a mentor, you spoke with the top level executives, the CEOs, the high performing, the millionaires, the billionaires, or whoever it is. They gave you all the answers that you wanted, but you have that self-doubt. Man, it's not made for me. Man, I'm not gonna do it. Or you know what, I'm gonna do it, and then just, go into the third cycle, start and stop, inconsistency, and then you just self-doubt. Maybe it's not for me, man. Maybe I'm not made for this thing. Man, how about you believe in yourself? Literally believe that you have got everything that is required for you to become that better version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what we have. Literally, once you're 40, 50, 60, what is the one thing that we're gonna actually regret? It's not believing in ourselves. It's the self-doubt, man. What if I actually went all in? That is one of the things that a lot of people, nowadays, a lot of you guys even, might be just regretting, why didn't I take that first step? But it's never too late. That is just the devil talking to you, man. It's too late, you're too old, no. All of these things, it's all long gone. You can't, man, each and every single day is the best way to start. Just start, take that action. And that's one thing that, Andy Elliott even said that. It's like action minus leashes equal 0. You might do all of the actions that you want to do, literally all of the actions. But if you have self-doubt, you will accomplish 0. Because it's just gonna stop you. Think about the elephant. It's like, all the power, all of that, big power, but it has a leash tied onto its feet. It can't actually move, and it can't actually do what it's capable of doing because it has its leashes. Stop putting that self-doubt into your mind and stop having that leash. Just be free. Start imagining, man, what if my life actually just skyrocket and I become the best version of myself? I go retire my mom, my dad, I change a lot of lives. I start spreading positivity. I start spreading all of the, I start being who am I? Because at the end of the day, I'm not happy with who I am right now because it's not me. Is that what you're going through? If that's what you're going through, that's really perfect because you know that you're meant for more. And then once you're meant for more, you're going to start taking actions. That's what the new year, new me kind of a lot of people are doing. They're going to fall into the same exact thing because they didn't remove the leashes and they didn't work on these 5 things. And there's a lot of things that you might be focusing on, but I want you to start with these 5 things before starting with a lot of things. So I'll be recommending you books. I will be, let's say, working with you, mentoring you, being the best version of yourself. But if it's not gonna come from deep down, and that was one of the things one of my mentors said, Muhammad, you can bring the horse to the pond and you might force it to drink, but you can never make it thirsty. Thirsty for hunger, for success, hunger for more, hunger for everything. Because if there's one thing that I actually realize in this life is God wants to give you even more. Literally, God wants to give you even more if you provide him with whatever you actually told him that you're gonna do. And that's it for today's video. Hope you guys had a knowledgeable thing. That is one of the things, I actually felt my energy being transferred to the video and I really loved it. And I hope you guys loved it. If you came across this video up until now, because a lot of people maybe just, scroll through the video, I want you to comment, what is one of the things that you actually learn from this thing? What is one of the things that has been stopping you? And what is one decision that is going to be taken right now, right today, that's going to get you to that next level? Hope you guys love this video. Hope you guys love this energy. Comment down below. Let me know what you felt. And if you want more help with that, first link in the bio, hop on one-on-one call with me. I will see how can I help you. And once we do that, I can guarantee you, and the most guarantee that you can ever have is betting on yourself to get to that next level. And that's what I did. And I want to just give you all the energy, all the knowledge, all the actions, all who am I? Because I know that deep down, there's a lot of you that have that kind of fire, and that's the people that I work best with. Hope you guys have a beautiful one. Make sure to subscribe and see you in the next Tuesday.